الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبيه الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. قول الله سبحانه وتعالى في سورة المؤمن. What Surah Al-Mu'min? Surah Al-Mu'min is what surah? Ahsan. Why they call it Mu'min? Because there is Rajul Mu'min in it, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the story of it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in it something so specific and so scary for those people who will understand what I'm going to talk about. He said subhanahu wa ta'ala, Tartil.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يعلم الخائنة الأعين وما تخفي الصدور.
جزاك الله خير. يعلم خائنة الأعين وما تخفي الصدور. Two absolute secrets. One impossible for anyone to know, and the other one nobody thinks that anybody would know. خائنة الأعين, look at your eyes. When you kind of go, that's it. You glance. Something haram, just take quick glance. Who is there to know or to conclude that you looked at something wrong or something haram, or you meant something bad about someone by simply going? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows it. Why? Because He knows what's in your heart, your intention. Now I'm looking at you, He knows why I'm looking at you, and why I'm talking to you, and why you're writing, and what you're thinking. He knows all of that. So He knows those who steal glances, and He knows those who conceal things, intentions in their heart. What's the relationship? People nowadays, two types. One that likes to gain something personal, they want to benefit themselves, and the other one, he wants to either benefit or put someone down. And I give you an example. Intentions. Who knows intentions? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I don't know my own intention. How can I know yours? Okay, for instance, I had a problem with her last week. For example, she talks in my class. So I told her, if you do it next time, I'm going to send you to the principal, or I'm going to deduct some points, or whatever punishment I told her. That was last week. This week, she talked with her friend, but not as bad as last week. So I say, why you're talking? And she goes, she starts crying. Now, when someone cries, what do you get? They're abused. They are you are at fault, and they are true. And she will not cry for nothing. God knows what you said, or what you did, or how she feels about this and that. Then when we ask her, she goes, I think he hates me. She's connecting last week with this week, so she can cover up her talking in class. People remember last week I said this to her. Now they start saying, yeah, I think he does. He's picking on her. You're getting into my heart. And only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows, and she said it to defend herself and avoid a punishment, not because she feels it that way. And a lot of people get away with that. And some people use it. I'll give you an example, one other example. Some people, they made a lawsuit for someone because discrimination. And they won the case. So another person would go, hey, that's a good idea. They get into a sort of problem like that, and immediately they say discrimination. Because I am a foreigner, they discriminated against me. Deep inside, I know they didn't. I'm just trying to get something out of them, or I'm trying to do something to them because of whatever reason I have. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us as believers to be just. Tell the truth, even if it's against you or your mom or your dad or your relative. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to avoid judging the intention of other people. When one of the companions killed a disbeliever in a fight, he was chasing him, and when he caught him and he was about to kill him, the disbeliever or the pagan said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. He killed him. When he went to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he told him this story, he got so angry at him. And he kept repeating to him, Ashaqaqta qalbah, Ashaqaqta qalbah, Ashaqaqta qalbah. Did you open his heart and see that he is lying? Because he told him, O Prophet of Allah, he said it because he wants to avoid death. Look what he told him. Did you open his heart and see for sure that this is his intention? The answer is no. Even if you did open his heart, you're not going to see anything. So the meaning is what? Take him at face value. Don't investigate his intention because you don't know it. He said it, leave him. The same way, I do something or someone says something, don't start concluding and tying things because you don't know. You end up lying and you end up judging people, which is only to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And worse than that is someone who supports that. She went and she says, oh, he hates me and he is picking on me. And her friend, she knows that she is not serious because she was talking with her or listening to her. She goes, yeah, he's picking on her. Trying to look good in the front of her friends, supportive. Supportive to take her friend to hell and go with her. Wonderful. How supportive is that? To support the truth is something, and to support the falsehood is something. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when the disbelievers, they agreed on something to lift the oppression and to give the right to the people who are oppressed, they were disbelievers. He said sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is the most and the happiest moment in my life, and if they call me to something like that again, I will go and support it, regardless if they are believers or not believers, because we are one hand against oppression and one hand for justice. And justice is to say the truth, and justice is to not put people down, and justice is to not do whatever you wish that you can do to satisfy yourself or to gain what you desire. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us clear guidance and clear teachings that you try to mess around with it. It's not me dealing with you, it's not Brother Diwan, it's not the company, it's not your mom, your dad. It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who created your heart and knows every act and everything that you do. He knows you from tip toe to the top of your head. My answer and my request to you is watch out. Sami' ya Yafi, Shafi and Ibrahim. Watch out. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saw you when you whispered and when you talked and when you laughed while I'm talking. That's double punishment. Ignorance about whom I'm talking about, as if my talk about the Quran and the Prophet ﷺ is not that important, and at the same time interrupting and doing that. So watch out anyone who does that when someone is talking. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees and He knows. When Prophet Musa alayhi salam was scared to go to Fir'aun, what did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say? Go, innani ma'akuma asma' wa ara. Go, I'm with you. I see what's going on and I hear what's going on, and I will be with you. So don't worry about anything. Yes, you don't see me, but I'm there. Just like what Brother Diwan said, the material reward is not something you feel it like the $5 he said, but it's there for believers who believe the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So make sure you always tell the truth and don't find excuses and don't support evil. Stop evil. And that's our mission in this life. Jazakumullahu khairan. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Quietly, 2 rak'ah, and let's leave. Assalamu alaikum.